everyone. Okay, students, previous day in your class, I have completed exercise 13.1. Today I will start 13.2, exercise 13.2. Okay, exercise 13.2. That is inverse proportion. Yes, that is on inverse proportion. So first of all, students, you have to gather the knowledge about inverse proportion. What is inverse proportion? In direct proportion, that we have learned that in two variable x and y, and then the ratio of x and y is constant, and like that x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. In the inverse, the direct proportion, we have learned that x1, y1 equal to x2, y2 equal to x3, y3. That is our concept on direct proportion. And in inverse proportion, it is x1 into y1 equal to x2 into y2 equal to x3 into y3. Okay, these are the formula. x1 into y1 equal to x2 into y2 equal to x3 into y3. In inverse proportion, we will follow that formula. Okay, now inverse proportion. First of all, if two variable. Okay, I am taking just for an example. That is distance. And for distance is speed and time. One variable is speed and one variable is time. Two variables is x and y. If x is increased, y must be decreased. For that increasement of x and that y is decreased, that is inverse proportion. Okay, x increase and y decrease. Yes, two different types. If x is decreased, y is automatically increased. Okay, that is inverse proportion. Here, speed at one variable is speed, another variable is time. If speed increased, automatically time will be decreased. For an example, you have to move 100 kilometers. Your speed is 25 kilometers per hour. Okay, so and so for 5 kilometers per hour, you need 4 hours to cover that 100 kilometers. 24 kilometers per hour, you need 4 hours to cover that 100 kilometers. Now you have increased the speed, that is 50 kilometers per hour. So you need 2 hours to complete the cover the 100 kilometers. So speed is increased, but time is increased 4 to 2. So that type of relations are called inverse relation, and the variables are inversely proportional. Got it, everyone? It is clear? It is clear to everyone? It is clear that inverse proportion, that concept is clear. Next, question number 1. In question number 1, some relations are given. Okay, some relations are given. You have to identify these are inversely proportional or not. First question. Okay, tell me quickly. Second, okay, so yes, direct inverse proportion. Okay, and for the question 1, one video will be there in our YouTube channel. One video is there already in our YouTube channel. Just watch it. Okay, I will not discuss here the Now try to solve question number 2. Try to solve question number 2. Okay, try to solve question number 2. Question number 1, one video today, one video has been uploaded. Question number 2, try to solve question number 1. Okay, number of winners by price for each winners. Price for each winners. One, that is 1,000, 1 lakh. Okay. One for 1 lakh. 2 for 50,000. You have to calculate for 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 8, 10 and 20. 4, 5, 8 and 20. Okay. First of all, it is very much easy to calculate. How to calculate? Just I am giving here, that is X, Y, Z, W. Okay. And if number of winners increase, then that part will be decrease. If there is many members in the one team, that they will each get lesser than the if it has few number of players in the group. So it is inverse proportion. So inverse proportion, students, we have learned that 1 into equal to 4 into x. 4 into x. So calculate the value of x. So it will be 25,000. Okay. x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2 equal to x3 y3. Just apply that formula. 1 into equal to 8 in 5 into y. So y will be 20,000. 1 into 8 into z. 8 into z. How many by? Okay, 12,500. Very good. So z equal to 500 and another W equal to 20. So 10,000, that is 5,000. Okay, each will get 5,000. Okay, when the number of winners is 20, each of them will get 5,000. When the number of players is 8 winners, they will get 12,500. Okay, so in this way I have solved question number 2. Okay. 10 for 10 I have this. Okay, 10 I have this 10 for 10,000. For 10 winners, they each will get 10,000. Okay, very good, Adri, well done. Next question, students. Question number 3 I have that is your homework. You can solve at your home. Now question number 4. Try to solve question number 4. Number of winners. Yes, it is right, Rosni. Okay, Sneha, yes, it is right. Okay, moving on question number 4. For question number 3 in our YouTube channel, that solve is there. If you have any problem, then you can ask me in the next day. Okay, question number 4. If a box of sweets is divided among 24 children, they will get 5 sweets each. How many would each get if the number of children decreased by 4? Okay, just I am making a table here. Question number 4. Question number 4. Number of children. Number of sweets. Number of children and number of sweets. So 24 children, they each will get 5. And how many students are there? If they get, if 4 decrease, total number of children, that is 24. Now if 4 decrease, that will be 20 and it is 8. Now students, just think. If number of children increase, then each will get. Now if it is 24, 5. If it is decrease, it will be increased. Individually they will get more than 5. So it is inversely proportional. So number of children and number of sweets are in inversely proportional. Write down the statement also. Okay, number of children and number of children and number of sweets in inverse relation. Therefore, x1 into y1 equal to x2 into y2. So 20 into x equal to 24 into 5. So x equal to 24 into 5 by 20. Just start it 5, 4 and 6. So they each will get 6 sweets. Okay? They each will get 6 sweets. Clear it is? It is clear? Question number 4. So how many number of 4 children decrease, then number they each will get 6 sweets. It is clear everyone? In doubt? Okay, question number 5. Question number 5 I have solved already. Just you can watch that video, watch that sum in our YouTube channel. Now moving on. Question number 6. Okay, a contractor estimates that 3% could rewire Jasminder house in 4 days. If 4% interested, if he use 4% interested of 3, how long they will complete the job? Okay, it's a very easy question, students. So number of person and number of days. I am making the table. Question number 6. Question number 6. Number of person and number of days. Number of person and number of days. 3, 4 and k. I am taking here for 4% k number of days will be needed. Okay. First of all, person and days, they are inversely proportional. Write down the statement. Person and days are inversely proportional. Therefore 4 into k equal to 3 into 4. That is x1 into y1 equal to x2 into y2. So k equal to 3. Okay, k equal to 3. So how many days they will take for 4%? That is 3 days. Okay, it's a very easy sums. Okay. Now next question. How many questions in this exercise? 11. Okay. Now, so 6 have been done. Now move on question number 7. Question number 7 you can solve at your home, yes or no? Otherwise I will skip. If you say sir it is need to solve, then I can solve, otherwise I will skip. I will do question number 7 or 8. Which one? Quickly answer. 7 or 8? 8. Okay, very good. Question number 8. A factory requires 42 machines to produce a given number of articles 63 days. Okay, it's also very much easy sum, students. Very much easy sums. Okay, so machine, number of machine and number of days. Okay, number of days. Okay, so when 42 machines are there, it will take 63 days. And when number of days, if you want to make the machine that complete the work, so how many machines will be needed? I am taking X. First of all, students, number of machines and number of days. Number of machines and number of days are in direct proportion or inverse proportion? Quickly answer in the chat box. Number of machines and number of days are in inversely proportion or direct proportion? Quickly. Direct proportion. How can it possible? Chandranath? If machine will increase, machine number will increase, then it will take less time. So increase and decrease, that is inverse proportion. Write down the statement. Number of machines and number of required days are in inverse proportion. Then just each and every sums you must write the sentence that number of machines and number of required days are in inverse proportion. Therefore, according to the question, x into 54 equal to 42 into 63. So x equal to 42 into 63 by 54. 9, 6, 9, 7, 6, 7, that is 49 machines will require. To complete the job in 54 days, you need 49 machines. It is clear to everyone? It is clear to everyone? Now question number 9. Yes, very good. Question number 9. Question number 9, just I am discussing the speed 60 km per hour, it will take time 2 hours. So if speed is 80 km, how much time it will take? It's very much easy. Quickly answer it. Yes, question number 8 is very much easy. Question number 9, 1.5 hours. It's very easy sums. Okay, that 60 into 2 equal to 80 into x. That will give you 1.5. Okay, it is clear? Question number 9 is clear to everyone? Okay, 5 hours. Okay. Now moving on question number 10. Two persons could fit new windows in a house in 3 days. One of people fell ill and before the work started, how long would your job take now? And second question, oh my god, it's also very much easy question. So first make the table. Number of person and number of days. That is question number 10. Number of person and number of days. Okay, so 3 person, 2 person, number of person 2, then it will complete 3. And if one fall ill, so it will do 1, how much days it will be? And another question, if you want to fit that window in 1 day, how much person is needed? Okay, that is the question I have framed. So 2 person can set a window in 3 days, and 1 person in how many days it can set? And if you want to set that window in 1 day, how much person will be needed? Okay, that is the question. First of all, that person and number of days, these are in inverse proportion. So according to the question, you can 1 into x equal to 2 into 3. So 6 days will be needed. For 1 person, he will take 6 days to set the window. It is clear to everyone? And according 1, it is also 6. Okay. So if you want to set in one day, 6 persons are needed. 6 persons are same formula. x1 y1 equal to x2 y2 equal to x3 y3. Got it, everyone? It is clear. Chandranath, it is clear. Okay, moving on the last question. Moving on the last question in this exercise. A school has 8 periods of each of 45 minutes duration. How long it will take? 9 periods. Assuming that that number of school hours will be same. Okay. Okay. So 8 into 45 equal to 9 into x. Okay. Question number 11. Just I am framing the question only. Okay. So make the table, number of periods and duration of periods. Number of periods, that is 8 and 45 minutes. Then if you want to take 9 periods, how much time it will take? So if you increase the number of periods, duration of the period must be decreased. So that is inverse proportion. So in short you can write 8 into 45 equal to 9 into x. So 8 into 45 by 9 equal to x, 9, 5, so 40. Okay, that is 40. So 40 minutes are needed. Okay. So students, today I have completed exercise 13.2. Have you any doubt, anyone? Have you any doubt, anyone? Any doubt? Okay, how much time is left in this class? How much time is left in this class? Okay, tell me quickly if you have any doubt. 7 minutes is there. Okay. 5 minutes is there. Okay. So first of all, students, in this chapter you don't have any doubt? Five minutes passed. Oh my God. Okay. And one thing, students, these two videos from inverse proportion will be uploaded, and one video, it's very interesting video, will be there, that is visualizing solid shape. Only 10 exercise 10.3 exercise are there. Only 10.3 exercise there. Okay, just watch it. I have made that video. I have taken an offline class at that video. I hope it is already been uploaded on visualizing solid shape. Only 10.3. It's a very interesting sums. Watch it. Next day we'll start in next class, that is exercise 10.1 mensuration I will start in the next day. Okay, it is time for the attendance. Okay.